Utopia Langley and welcome to She's Got Flavor. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious butternut squash soup with jumbo lump crab meat in it. It is going to be so delicious. It's so easy to make. We have our butternut squash here. We have some chicken broth, heavy whipping cream, some garlic, some seasoning, a little bit of butter, and some shallots. And we're gonna mix it up in my beautiful Ninja blender. I love this thing. It has like all these blades going up, so it blends really well. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we are going to roast, because this thing is not ready for us yet. It's really hard to cut. So we're gonna roast it. We're gonna line our baking pan with a little bit of parchment paper. We're gonna put it in the oven on about 400 degrees, and we're gonna roast it for about an hour. Now, to get the written recipes, go to my website at www.shesgotflavor.com, and I'll see you in about an hour. Welcome back. We've roasted our butternut squash, and what I did was I took it out of the pan, I put it on a cooling sheet, and I allowed it to completely cool down because we're gonna have to cut it open and scoop out the seeds and the strings and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to make sure that I can handle it. Now, the first thing that I'm gonna do before I cut open my butternut squash is I am gonna take my butter and I'm just gonna put it into my saucepan, and I'm gonna let that melt down. And then what I'm gonna do is I have some chopped up shallots here, and I just finely chopped those shallots up, and I'm just gonna put that in with the butter, and I'm just gonna allow that to cook up while we get our squash ready to go inside the blender. All right, so that'll take just a few minutes to render down. All right, so let me show you how we do this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut into our butternut squash, and it's gonna be nice and soft for you because it's been roasting in the oven. And as you can see, we have a little bit of seeds here and some string, so we're just gonna scoop that stuff right on out. You can use, you know, a big spoon. I have an ice cream scooper, so I decided to take advantage of it and use it. I'm just gonna scoop it out because we don't want any of this inside our squash soup. And then from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna scoop out the actual squash, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it into our blender so that we can get it nice and smooth. Okay, now that we have gotten all of our butternut squash scooped out of its skin and we discarded the seeds and the string, we put it into the blender. And what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna, you remember those shallots that we were cooking down? So we wanna put that in here because I want it to blend up with the butternut squash so that everything is nice and smooth. So I'm gonna get all these little onions out and just put it inside. Okay, so now that we have our shallots inside our butternut squash, I'm also going to add in our chicken broth. Okay, and then I'm going to add in our garlic and our seasonings. Want all of this to blend up with the squash soup really nice. It's going to be so good. And then at the end, what we're going to do is top it, let the crab meat cook in it the last 5 minutes, and then we're going to top it with some more lump crab, and then that'll be it. All right, so let's blend this up. Gonna be kind of loud. Okay, so now that we have our soup nice and blended, we're gonna add it back to our pan where we were cooking up our shallots so that it can get nice and smooth. And I have this over medium heat. And the last thing that I'm gonna do to it, well, the last couple things. One is I'm gonna add in my cream because we want our soup to be nice and creamy. I'm gonna add in this cream and whisk it up really nice. And we're gonna let this soup just go ahead and continue to cook for about 5 minutes or so. And then once that's done, we're just gonna go ahead and add our jumbo lump crab meat. Okay, so I've added some of the crab meat here. And let me just add just a little bit more. Look at all that jumbo lump crab meat going inside the soup. This is going to be so good. So we're just going to continue to cook this on medium heat for about another 5 minutes. All right, so now what we're going to do is time to plate this and taste this. And you know that is my favorite part. So let me just go ahead and get some of this beautiful butternut squash soup. And it is full of jumbo lump meat. Woo! Crab meat here. It's hot. Let's get a taste of it. Mmm. 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 This is so good. Oh my God, this is so good. I cannot wait for you to try this. It is so delicious. To get all the written recipes, all you have to do is go to shesgotflavor.com and you'll find everything you need there. You get the measurements and everything else, along with a whole bunch of other good stuff to eat. So, She's Got Flavor. We'll see you later.